Have you ever stopped to wonder if our planet is bursting at the seams? Just imagine 7 billion people, and counting, all sharing the same sphere we call home. It's a thought that's hard to wrap your mind around, isn't it? But it's not just about the numbers, it's about the resources, the environment, the very fabric of our society. Overpopulation is a word you've probably heard before, but do we really understand its implications? The strain it places on our planet? The challenges it presents to our future? It's a complex issue with far-reaching consequences, from food scarcity to climate change, from economic inequality to social unrest. But don't just take our word for it. We've got the data to back it up, the research to break it down, and the experts to explain it all. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that might just change the way you look at the world. Stay tuned as we unravel the hard-hitting facts and figures about overpopulation. The world population has exploded in the last century, but do we know the extent of this explosion? It's time to delve into the numbers and truly grasp the magnitude of this growth. Let's rewind the clock to the start of the 20th century. Back then, the global population was just a little over 1.5 billion. Fast forward to the present day, and we're looking at a staggering 7.5 billion people sharing this planet. That's a 5-fold increase in just over 100 years. Now let's put this into perspective. It took all of human history until around the year 1800 for the world's population to reach 1 billion. But in the span of a single century, we've added 6 billion more. This isn't just growth, it's a demographic explosion of unprecedented proportions. So what does this mean? Simply put, we're adding more people at a faster rate than ever before. Every day we welcome around 200,000 new individuals into the world. That's the equivalent of adding a city the size of Paris every week. But here's the kicker. Our planet isn't getting any bigger. We're still working with the same finite resources that we had 100 years ago. Yet, we're expecting them to support a population that's 5 times larger. This isn't just about the number of mouths to feed or bodies to house. Every person added to our population contributes to the demand for energy, water, and other resources. They produce waste, emit greenhouse gases, and place additional strain on our planet's ecosystems. And while we've made remarkable strides in technology and resource management, these advancements haven't kept pace with our population growth. We're running a race with a finish line that keeps moving further away. In essence, our rapid population growth is a ticking time bomb, threatening to disrupt the delicate balance of our planet. The effects of this overpopulation are far-reaching, impacting not just our environment but our societies and economies as well. These staggering numbers are just the tip of the iceberg. And, as we continue to dig deeper, we'll see just how dire the situation truly is. Our swelling numbers are taking a heavy toll on Mother Earth, but how exactly are we impacting the environment? As our population continues to grow, the demand for Earth's finite resources also increases. We're consuming more than the Earth can replenish, leading to the depletion of our natural resources. Let's consider water, for instance. Fresh water is essential for life, yet it's being used up at an alarming rate. It's estimated that by the year 2035, 2/3 of the world's population may face water shortages. We're also witnessing a surge in habitat destruction. To accommodate the growing human population, we're clearing forests, draining wetlands, and converting natural habitats into urban areas. Such actions are leading to a loss of biodiversity, as countless species are being driven to extinction. It's a sobering thought to realize that our need for more space is causing irreplaceable damage to ecosystems around the world. And let's not forget about climate change. Human activities, particularly those related to overpopulation such as deforestation and fossil fuel consumption, are significantly contributing to global warming. In the last century alone, the Earth's temperature has risen by more than 1 degree Celsius, a trend that's set to continue if our population growth remains unchecked. The garbage we produce is another concern. Each year, we generate billions of tons of waste, much of which ends up in landfills, polluting the soil and groundwater and releasing harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. But perhaps the most visible impact of our growing population is the pollution of our air, water, and land. From smog-filled cities to plastic-choked oceans, the signs of our environmental neglect are everywhere. Our planet is a complex, interconnected system. When one part suffers, the whole system feels the impact. We're seeing this play out as our population growth puts unprecedented pressure on our environment. It's clear that our swelling numbers are causing a cascade of environmental problems. The Earth is resilient, but there's only so much it can endure. Our planet is paying a steep price for our unchecked growth. Overpopulation isn't just an environmental issue. It has far-reaching social and economic implications. Think about it this way. When we have more people than resources, it's like trying to feed a large family with one loaf of bread. Inevitably, some will go hungry. This is the grim reality for many areas of the world where overpopulation has led to widespread poverty. When resources are scarce and competition is high, it's the most vulnerable who suffer the most. But poverty is just one facet of this complex issue. Overpopulation also exacerbates unemployment rates. With more people vying for the same jobs, opportunities become scarcer. This leads to a spiraling effect. Unemployment fuels poverty, and poverty fuels unemployment. Let's take it a step further. Imagine a city strained by an influx of people. Infrastructure can't keep up, leading to overcrowding in homes, schools, and hospitals. This overcrowding puts immense pressure on our health and education systems, which are already stretched thin. Schools become overcrowded, leading to lower quality education. Hospitals become overwhelmed, leading to longer wait times and less effective care. And then there's the economic impact. Overpopulation can lead to a decline in economic growth. When resources are stretched thin, it's harder for economies to thrive. More people mean more consumption, which can lead to inflation and a higher cost of living. This can create a vicious cycle where people struggle to afford the basics, leading to increased poverty and inequality. Overpopulation also has a profound impact on social stability. When resources are scarce, social tensions can rise. This can lead to civil unrest, conflict, and even war. Overpopulation can create a breeding ground for social instability, as people fight for the limited resources available. So you see, overpopulation isn't just about the number of people on the planet, it's about the strain those people put on our social and economic systems. It's about the quality of life for all of us, and the world we're leaving for future generations. Overpopulation is a ticking time bomb, threatening our social and economic stability. The future may seem bleak, but we hold the power to change the course, and it starts with our reproductive choices. In the face of overpopulation, conscious family planning is an effective tool that we all have at our disposal. It's not about dictating how many children one should have, but rather about understanding the implications of our reproductive decisions on a broader scale. Every child born is not just a bundle of joy, but also a participant in the global consumption of resources. Education plays a vital role in this process. When individuals are aware of the global situation and the impact of their decisions, they are more likely to make informed choices. This involves comprehensive sex education, access to contraceptives, and fostering an environment where discussions on family planning are encouraged and not stigmatized. In many parts of the world, women still lack the freedom to make decisions about their reproductive health. Empowering women through education and providing them with the resources they need to make informed decisions can significantly contribute to population control. But it's not just about birth control, it's also about awareness and understanding the consequences of our actions. It's about knowing that our choices today will shape the world of tomorrow. It's about realizing that we are not just individuals, but part of a global community that shares a common home, Earth. Family planning can help reduce the strain on our planet's resources, slow down the rate of population growth, and give our environment a chance to recover. It's a powerful tool that starts at home, in our day-to-day decisions, and it's a tool that we all have access to. Conscious reproductive choices and family planning are the keys to curbing overpopulation. It's a choice that we make not just for ourselves, but for our children, our grandchildren, and the countless generations to come. Remember, every child born into this world is another mouth to feed, another life that needs resources to survive. Our planet is at a crossroads, and so are we. The decisions we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. The numbers don't lie. Our population is expanding at a pace that our planet simply cannot sustain. And this isn't just about us, it's about the countless species we share this Earth with, whose habitats and lives are being threatened by our unchecked growth. It's time for us to consider the impact of our reproductive choices on the world's population. It's time for us to realize that every new life adds to the strain on our already stretched resources. It's a tough conversation to have, but a necessary one. We have the power to change the narrative. By making conscious decisions about parenthood, we can help alleviate the pressures of overpopulation. The choice is ours. We can either be part of the problem or part of the solution. Choose wisely.